Hello and welcome back everyone to the world of Hampton. Just doing the 4,000 day update tour here. Gonna look closely at everything on the surface and in the caves, so get comfortable. It's gonna be a long one, going over everything in this weird setup I've got going on. Well, first off, you'll see there's walls. Walls everywhere. Typically not something you'd want for a usual Don't Starve base, but in this world, it's supposed to be similar to your classic RPG town setup. You're gonna find, your blacksmith, your tailor, getting your magic items, all that fun jazz. I'll explain more as we go along. So right off the bat, players are encouraged to grab a backpack. That's gonna have some goodies for them, some basic supplies, and some lucky gold nuggets to throw around. They can then check out the signs here to figure out how all this stuff works. Use gold to buy gear at shops. There's the shop quest layout. Do quest and more gold. Follow the high road to Newport City. Exchange and deposit gold at banks. Keep the loot you earn, because you're going to need it every time you come back to this world. Look out for special quest givers scattered throughout the world. They've got higher rewards than what you would typically get. And buy a house by defeating bosses or pay 40 gold. We're currently at capacity here in the town, so if you're looking for a house, you'll have to take that trip to Newport City and become one of the founders there. Well, right off the bat, let's go ahead and check out the library, where players can use the science machine and alchemy engine and buy a map for a low cost. And buy some stuff here, Codex Umbra and a rare copy of the Indus 9. And use, books if you can. Go ahead up the road here to the blacksmith, where obviously you're going to be able to get armor and weapons and free spears. Over here at the Hampton Inn, if you can't quite afford a house yet, you can make your stay here. Just purchase one of these for the low cost and claim the associated room with the sign. And then put your stuff in there, put your sign down that says it's yours and to keep out, and it should pretty much be safe. Keep your hands off the storeroom, or keep the supplies for the base, or for the town rather. Here's the magic shop, where players can get low-level magic items for a reasonable cost. Change character if they want, and buy it themselves. And you see how the shop chest here have the item on the left for sale and how much it costs in the middle. And players will just, drop those lucky gold nuggets on the right and take the item. And that's how you use the shops here in Hampton. Let's check out the infirmary, where players can revive themselves. Get a telltale heart, a syringe. Head over to the tool store, get some basic supplies. Nothing too fancy here in this starter town. Clothing store. If you got the change, you can actually, make it all the way through winter rather quickly. Here's the quest board. Here's the kind of stuff that you're going to see in each of the towns. A quest board like this, with different tasks for different gold amounts you can undertake. Come at me, bats. It's nice to have places. Here's the restaurant there. It's Bergen somewhere in here. Yeah, so much like the actual Don't Starve DLC Hamlet, we got bats floating about town. But here at the restaurant, all the food is free. As a fresh new Warley main, I'll be keeping everyone fed. And everyone's spiced up. Got some plants back there for various dishes. Here's the potion shop. Using the Mad Scientist Lab from the Halloween event. You know, you got your health potions, your mana potions, I mean sanity potions, and your fire potions, yada yada. Let's go this way. Entrance to the caves. And our little fishing spot. Keeps a nice supply of frog legs and a lag. Here's the spice den. This is the new addition to town. Buy some spice if you can use it. Or if you can't, go ahead and get some pre-spiced powder cakes. Just grab one of those and take out the nearest boss. Oh, there's Sadkin's house. Tooth strip picked. Let's go this way, actually. Oh, we'll show off the entrance to the High Red. There's someone else's house. And here is the second Bergen Bank and Trust, where you can exchange gold for lucky gold nuggets and deposit gold. Basically, leave that gold here in the chest. I'll come grab it myself and just jot down on my phone how much you left and your username. It's a pretty good system. So when you come back, you don't have to worry about someone stealing your gold while you were gone. Here's Ham Depot. Get it, Home Depot. Where you can get building supplies for once you've got a house, or if you're just trying to go out for adventure and need some of this stuff. Here's the Pea Fanatic. He helps keep the pea flow in check. Let's go ahead and check out the Old Wood. Going through here, and the terrain changes to marsh, with a dash of savanna. And tucked away back here is a forgotten little town. Some of you might recognize from the Gorge event. At least that's what it's supposed to look like. In here, players can really just resupply on the basics. And there's a side quest here. Ooh. Trying to head for a relic from the past. Look at that. And we'll make our way back. That's all that's tucked away back here. Something to snack. Yeah, no, I've been munching on meaty stews. The French are so whiny. Oh, oui, I need something else to eat. Alright, to the ranch in the Great Desert. There's Mo's house. There's the Great Desert, being guarded by one of our own. That goes all the way out. 3 biomes of desert. And here's the ranch, where players can come by and farm some bolt goats or get some berries and grass, twigs obviously. Stop by the ranch if it gets late, or the ranch house. And let's head over to the arena now. Another player's house. Oh yeah, and the player prison. If someone's acting a fool coming into town, I can just hit them with that telelocator staff. They'll pop right in there. The only way to escape is to go insane, but then you gotta fight off those nightmare monsters while you move away the statues. Here's the arena. And fight for the red team or the blue team. We got a little side quest here for you. More for a Wigford, rather. Good way to earn some gold. Here's the registrar. You can come get signed up for They're more like bi-weekly PvP tournaments. Get involved with the PS4 community. Welcome to Hampton. Go to that. There's the Hall of Champions for winners of said tournaments. And this is what the arena actually looks like. Come get some. And we'll run all the way back. It's nice to have these roads here. Oh yeah, and this is Hampton Manor. Just a couple of rich pigs in the town. I have a side quest available here as well. Return our family amulet. What could that be? Well, from here, let's check out the rest of the outskirts, and then we'll head to the next town, or village rather. Oh yeah, and here's the pet shop. Where players can come by and get stuff they need for a little furry friend. And the wasteland just beyond it. A whole lot of nothing out there but Krampus spawns. The Bunnyman Woods. This stretches all the way back to fill out that biome. There's the beaklings over here. Gotta make that easy. And it's also a nice source of bones from bone shards from new players. And down this way, got some little bridges. And some bridges going to the marble mines. And this is the entrance to Karut Village. Here's the seed shop. I need to update these for all the new content. But this will sell a bunch of the new packs. Here, we got tomato, potato, garlic, and then the asparagus asparagus peppers. You know, some of the new stuff. Here's some classics. Here's the dragon fruit and all that. And the farm's right behind it. And the trinket shop, where a certain bunny likes to get things he finds. Just random items you can find throughout the world. You might be able to get here for a high price or a low price. The bunnies don't really know exactly, you know, value. And here's the bunny king. Presidente, the rich big guy himself. Well, let's take a shortcut now and get ourselves over to the other side of the map. That entrance. Right here. Go straight to this nice little area. The refuge. I want to get away from all the harsh weather of the constant above. Let's take this up to the pig pen. So the Pig King is just a quick little sinkhole jump away on the other side of the high road from here. And there's also a little beefalo den right in that spot. Oh, but here's where the the wild beefalo hang out. The one's not so civilized for city life. So the game has got a few obstructions there. Got to mitigate the liquid flow somehow. But the high road takes you past that pig village all the way to the foyer of New Fork City. Guarded by this handy little catapult setup. Just activate those batteries from the inside and away you go. And here's the security for you. Don't mess with these pigs, they'll toss you right out. Oh, sign back here. Maybe a secret way into the city. What he doesn't know is passes are free right now. Yay! Just grab yourself one of these little iBone mini signs, and that is your pass into Newport City. The new area set up for new players to do with as they will. Build whatever, however, wherever you want. This entire biome should eventually get filled out with player structures and buildings and whatever else they come up with. There's one guy that's got plans to make an apartment unit for other players to pay him to stay in if they can't afford a home. Ingenious. So from here, let's go back onto the high road. Past the pig village here. Up to the cliffs. And you can always stop by the Cliff Ranger station. Pick up one of these guys. Must have left some loot over here on the dragonfly fight. But just feed one of those guys to come up to the cliffs with you. Because it can get a little bit dicey up here. Why does he keep saying up? Because the whole look to this place is supposed to give the idea that you're going up, sort of like some highlands or like some cliffs. Once we reach closer to the summit, we see white surf here. I know it's guano, but it's supposed to be snow. So you can take the path all the way around, or dare to come through the dragonfly's den, where she guards her loot and her eggs. But if you're so brave to make it this far into the world and have the cash for it, you can visit the Dragon Forge, which sells the highest tier of armor and weapons. At a high price, but it's worth it. And this is also the location where you can embark on a large trade quest. Get yourself a great sword? I'll cover that later in another video. Anyone play Ocarina of Time? The big Goron sword? Yeah, that's basically what it is. So let's take this little sinkhole. Wormhole, rather. How long have I been playing this thing? Swamps. Where there's not a whole lot going on out here. A sinkhole to basically a depth worm pit. I'm not going to go down that. Couple merms out here. Merm's the word. But if you're out here foraging for reeds, you might come across the remnants of some kind of old town. Looks like it has seen better days. Wreck City. Oh, let's get out of here before we get swarmed by mosquitoes. And we'll just quickly take the path all the way back to Hampton. And that's basically it for the surface world. There's just as much in the caves, if not more. There's definitely more towns, more stuff going on down there, so let's get to that. Oh, and look, we're right back here at the infirmary. And right back at spawn. Alright, I'll see you in the caves. Hamton, I'll take you down to the refuge. We kind of covered this a little bit before. And we got signs posting on everywhere to go here in this massive cave labyrinth. But this just takes you up to the Big King. This way. And the sign says go this way for the grass forest, apiary, and ruins. If we go the other way, like the little rebels we are, we'll actually come across Smuggler's Den. No weenies. So here you'll find the Deep Adventuring store. Need to restock some stuff apparently. Green mush caps, blue mush caps, just stuff to help you with your deep cave explorations. You can get an insulated pack here for 10 gold. Check out the quest board for more quests down here. And the blueprint shop. Figure out the knowledge you need down here. And then my favorites. Yep, this one. Ah! Out of my way! The bazaar. This is where you can actually trade in gems for high-end loot. Actually cool, pretty cool. So there's a little grass spot. Let's head this way to the apiary. Go this way. And here's a little path leading us to the town of Truff. Only problem is, let me just grab these light bolts real quick. The bridge is out. Wah, wah. So you have to go all the way around. We will get to Truff last, actually. And here we go. Running over to all the bee boxes. I come over here about once a year, really, and just clean up the road on the Hampton Bridge and call it good. This is pretty much all the hunting you need to spice up your dishes for a whole year. So we make our way all the way back, taking these handy dandy little paths. And actually, let's go this way. And this will take us to Newport City right here. Up this way is the grass forest. Watch out for depth worms though. They'll get you. And now let's take a little shortcut here. And start making our way to Bridgeton. First full-size little community down here. Taking the long road all the way there. Avoiding spider nests. And we're here. Want none of this back. Alright, here's the Bridgeton quest board. Ooh, a way to get a Krampus sack. What? Yep. If you solve the 4 riddles here in the town, you'll be rewarded with a Krampus sack. Here's the town hall, where they have their meetings. Here's a quest from the town hall person, mayor, I guess you would call it. General store. Pick up some, oh, here's the first of the riddles. Present the item that the riddle is describing, and you have completed that riddle. But different stuff to help you just survive here in the caves. And there's the wall is keeping us safe from all those nasty worms. And here's the bridge for which the town is named after. And the healing shop. Come by and get some stuff. Another riddle. A light shop. Pick up stuff to ward off the darkness. Go this way. And last but not least, the Last Chance Cafe. This is the last place to grab some grub before you head to the ruins. And just right out here we get a nice little fishing spot. Get yourself some eels. And all the way out there just goes all wild. So let's make our way back. Throw up this miner's hat. Let's go. Alright. So if we actually take this little route here through the blue mushroom forest, that will lead us into the back entrance, the only entrance now, to Bergen. I would say it's the highest end town in the world. So it's the highest end loot. Has the most impactful side quest. So let's just run straight over to the actual entrance. So all of this is blocked off from the most accessible path, since they have barricaded themselves in for Bergen, the first city. But in this town you'll find stuff similar to Hampton, but of a higher tier. There's the dark magic shop. Some interesting things in there. The Curios shop, where you can take a gamble. 7 gold for a random pack. Could be awesome stuff. Could be nothing but spider hats. You never know. Ooh, and then here's the next part, or the first part really, of the big trade quest. And let's head this way. The first Bergen Bank and Trust. This is where we keep mostly all the lucky gold nuggets that run the town. And this tentacle right here actually leads to the atrium, which underneath, I've actually replaced all the turf in the atrium with sandy turf, to kind of give it that old ruins kind of vibe, like in the Hamton DLC. So here's the Bergenworth blacksmith. A few interesting different items here, kind of fit the dark theme. Here's the mushroom shop. Take your pick. Light bulbs, screen caps, blue caps. Nobody wants red caps, let's be real. And then tucked away back here is the Shadow Chapel. Or Chapel of Shadows, excuse me. Don't even know my own lore. But in here, this is the shadowy organization that funds the Bergen Bank and Trust. There's more that goes on here than meets the eye. Get the pigs in here. Come out and say what's up. And we got a little storeroom back here for some stuff. Man, I didn't time this out very well. That pig is actually wearing a bone helm, so it really kind of adds to the drama of the place. The dark leader of the Shadow Chapel. Alright, well that does it for Bergen. Let's make our way all the way back around to Truff. Conclude this world tour. Yep. Surprisingly, no one has actually just naturally found Bergenworth. I might need to clear out that barricade there. Tucking it away behind this blue mushroom forest might be just a little bit too much. I encourage exploration in this world, but I don't think anyone's taking me that seriously. To explore through a giant mushroom forest in the caves. Odds are, there's not going to be anything there. Certainly not a giant town. And if we go back the other way, this sign has been torched, and the path seemingly covered up with grassy turf. So if you move past the entrance to, well, the old entrance to Bergenworth, just keep moving, and you'll be on your way to Truff, the deepest town currently in the world. But don't necessarily follow the signs. They can lead you astray, and will tell you to go any which way. But keep just heading straight. Now here's this. All set up to make that toadstool my bitch. All catapults donated by the 11 folks at Newport City. And here is Truff. Tucked away all the way back here. And another little catapult set up. But inside here, got another quest here at the Longhouse. And the leader of Truff here. And a quest board here at Truff. And Truff stuff. The only shop here at Truff. And that is it. That is Hampton in its entirety. All the cave stuff down here, going from Hampton and Pig King, stretching to Smuggler's Den, Beehives, Truff, Bergenworth, and Bridgeton. That'll do it, my friends.